Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Sunless Skies. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today as we explore London. That's where we are, and we're gonna go into MacQuarry's tobacco shop. The sign over the door once read, MacQuarry and Son Fine Tobacco, but since then, someone has crossed out the word fine in a fit of honesty. Then, on a separate, more ominous occasion, they have crossed out and Son, and hence we just have MacQuarry's tobacco, I suppose. MacQuarry tobacco? Sure. The building is embarked on a rapid descent into squalor. The paint peels, the windows are caked with grime, and I can inspect the wares. MacQuarry watches suspiciously as you examine his shelves. The selection is unimpressive, as is the quality. Neither Albion nor the Reach has found a genuinely good replacement for tobacco, though increasingly frantic smokers have tried lighting up virtually every example of Skyflora that has been discovered. And a few Skyfarers mill about, examining the lower grade flavors and speculating on exactly what MacQuarry is cutting them with these days. Or today, the more expensive brands are untouched in their glass cases. You would wonder how this place managed to stay open, if it weren't for the fact it is so obviously on the brink of closure, and probably collapse. Interesting, I can return to the yards, I don't think anything happens. You make your way through the smog, which glows with the amber light of the distant clockwork sun. Still need to go there to the Clockwork Sun. That is interesting. I'm going to investigate the rumors of an underground railway. You've heard of a less than legal organization operating out of the Steam and Sapphire yards. They pay for information and may offer work to the bold, the clever, and those willing to displease Her Majesty. I'm going to investigate the organization myself. I could, if I had alignment with villainy, reach through my criminal contacts, but I can't. I do have a lot of savage secrets, so I'm probably not going to have any problems with that. I only needed 2. You have gathered secrets on your travels. 2 of them offer clues to the Yard's gang's identity. With a little sniffing, 2 pieces of information become relevant. The name of a stalwart bookkeeper, and the number of the engine shed where he keeps his office. This man is, you are certain, an agent of the group you seek. You decide to pay him a visit. You have heard about the new street line. And that is what we read about before when we were messing with the engine that the fatalistic Signalman was involved in. So this is the lead, the person. He occupies a tiny, smoky office cobbled together from corrugated iron sheets in the back of one of the engine sheds. It is stacked with nicotine-stained account books and boxes full of oily brackets. The bookkeeper looks up as you enter and gestures to a chair. So I did many punches that... Oh no, it's not punches, it's specific. I think this is their symbol. Icon, anyway. I'm going to deliver my reports to the Stalwart Bookkeeper. He maintains the company's shining public record. Anytime there is an auditor, he defends New Street's interests with a mountain fortress of files. So this... For Albion book reports, really? I only have the 2. I say book reports, it's port reports. I don't have 2, I have more. Right? Or did I... Yeah, look at them. There's ones. Yeah. Anyway, let's go with that. I think we're aligning. No, we're not. Oh. The bookkeeper reads the report swiftly, makes a few notations, and then files them deeply in his haystack of financial records, beyond the attention of even the most persistent ministry auditor. Thanking you silently, he conveys that you are doing important work for 100 sovereigns each. That's perfectly fine. And I can also chat, because now I can trade my gratitude for a savage secret. This is probably going to help me elsewhere in London, though, so I'm not going to do that. I also don't need savage secrets. Let's see. Chat with the bookkeeper. He offers you a cup of tea, savagely stewed and swimming with sugar. I'm gonna learn how you can be of use to the new street line. He is deaf, but content to communicate through sign language or messages scribbled on a pad of paper. Obliquely, he explains that he does additional work for an organization unaffiliated with the government, which has an urgent need for up-to-date reports on other parts of Albion. His patrons will pay for such intelligence to be brought to them, rather than the ministry. What's more, he implies earning the organization's trust might open the possibility of additional work. And that's that. The new street line. Huh. Yeah, he's just where we go to deliver our things. And he's gonna stay there. Okay. Let's go to St. Dominic's Station, London's chief station, draped in Union Jacks and studded with bronze busts of her renewed majesty. The platforms crowd with people. If the throne of ours is London's heart, this is its carotid artery. Yeah, it would make sense. So we've hired people already. I haven't been to the Silken Salon. It's a place where you go. The generous princess manages many affairs of court. That's not her name, right? She's the incognito princess. Okay. The generous princess, is it where we are right now? Maybe. No, it's the owner of the Silken Salon. Exquisite Salon. Manages many affairs of court. She cultivates alliances, forms opinions, sets trends, makes introductions, suggests promotions, and dismantles reputations. There should be an Oxford comb over there, in my humble opinion. Not so humble. She attracts rumors like a lantern attracts moths. It's said that she fears the light of the suns, and that her gifts inevitably destroy the recipients. She can sometimes be found in her salon, where she welcomes visiting captains. So I can wait, I can sell my experience? No. I can sell my salon stewed gossips. I see. It's the same prices as the other place, though. And we need these, honestly. I can connect the generous princess with my cryptic benefactor. Interesting. And then we have ministry stamped permits. That would give me a little bit. I like to have one rather than give it. And I can donate a royal dispensation as well, if I have one, which I don't. So perhaps not. Let's continue then. The house without windows. To find the address given in Captain Whitlock. Oh, this is the main mission. Well, I guess the original thing that we set out to do. Captain Whitlock's will. The address that was there. You make your way through little used streets in one of London's lower, smoggier levels. On a secluded courtyard flanked by the backs of warehouses and factories stands a tall grey house with one door and no windows. When you knock, a blind butler answers. Yes? I'm gonna deliver the black box, fulfill Captain Whitlock's last request. And level up as well, which is very important. The butler is pleased.
Our resident has arrived. Please bring him in. Everything has been prepared according to Captain Whitlock's instructions.
As you maneuver the black box inside, you ask what those instructions were.
She has arranged for Master Jacob's convalescence with us. I understand the young gentleman has suffered from a prolonged illness which has left him unable to speak and afflicted him with a delicate disposition. The affairs of the house have been organized in such a way as to never inconvenience him. He will require no visitors. An extensive library has been provided for his edification. Privacy is paramount.
With the box in place, the butler produces a key from his pocket, but waits for you to leave before using it.
Thank you for your assistance, Doctor. If Amelia was still with us, she would thank you. Good day.
You leave the house without windows behind. The matter of Captain Whitlock's legacy finally discharged. Really? That's a... Well, I guess that's that. I wish these were turned into gray things, because, anyway. Yeah, I guess that's that. I've gained one Sky Story. I'm no longer... Savage Secret, I no longer possess the large black box. Sky Story is sort of good. The experience is nice, and I have delivered the box to an address in London as Captain Whitlock requested. Well, there it is. I suppose that there's going to be more follow-up quests. Let's level up, and this time around, I will want to level up
My veils need to be leveled up properly, I do declare.
Also, I don't question why I'm weird. The one thing I might need to do, though, because I will want to upgrade my veils if I have anybody that likes them. Arts and iron. I have veils over there already. That's mirrors, that's iron. Huh. And that's iron and veils. I wonder where the hell I'm gonna get a quartermaster in here. Nobody gets veils, though. I mean, iron and veils, this is for, yeah. So I'm gonna lose mirrors. So I'm gonna need veils and mirrors. That's how I do that. Let's level up. So veils and mirrors. Where are my veils? My veils are over there? Is that it? No, that's mirrors. Yeah, veils. So that's that one. Okay, I know. So that's the spell in prison. That sounds like a horrible time. And also, but that doesn't really give me the eye. This gives me the eye. And that's about that, actually, in terms of my options. The bell tolls. You have foreseen your own death. It did not please you. Perhaps you saw it in a dream. Perhaps a medium read it on your palm or in your tea leaves. When death comes, where will he find you? Death. He, I suppose. So we need the eyes. So in the cold skies, an early death and a cruel one. Sometimes you dream of a hoarfrost gathering in your lungs. It's not the death you chose. You will elude it. I will. I will indeed. A little bit, maybe. Okay, let's go back inside. So let's press G and continue exploring. Nothing is going to happen there. So, explore London, liberated from her prison below the earth and elevated to the heavens. Is that what happens at the end of Sunless Seas? I remember reading, or was it? No, it's Fallen London. Fallen London is the online game, I think. Never played it, I probably should. I think I have an account, but anyway. Yeah, so that's Fallen London, and it fell to the Sunless Seas, but I don't think you see London in the Sunless Seas, because I think Sunless Seas is like a different region. You hear from London, and there's yeah, so I don't know. This is the sequel to that. Liberated from a prison, let's explore. Liberated, yeah, absolutely. Prickled with chimneys, mantled in sooty smog. Here are old proud buildings, transported block by pale block to the sky. Here are new edifices of soaring steel and stone and gleaming glass. The ultimate achievement of Victorian ambition, unhampered by terrestrial concerns. London is a feverish brew of aspiration, empire, and appetite. With a coma over there, as it should. Let's see. Allow the Signalman to curry favor with London's elites. Now, I think that's going to be alright, because we don't really have the Signalman working right now. So, there's 3 things that are needed right there. Maybe. He has expressed interest in doing some work in London for you. He will leave your engine. You can pick him up again at any time. Sure, I'm gonna let him do that. I'm not really sure what that's gonna entail, but sure. I'm going to set up shop in London and offer my services to this generation of builders and industrialists. I suppose they're a dreadful bunch, but someone has to stop them making the mistakes we did. He heads off into the smog and does not look back. So I can direct the Signalman to curry favor with the ministry. So that's what that does. And I can so that's the factions, the ministry, or the cryptic benefactor. No. The Signalman will attempt to find you a cryptic benefactor, and the ministry gratitude. Ah, I see. Let's go with the cryptic benefactor. Let's try and bank in on those. Direct them to curry favor with London's industrialists, men and women with minds of steel and hearts of iron. Sure, their friendship could be profitable. Hopefully, because I'm not that great at many things. 30 days. I'll do what I can, if the pig-headed idiots will listen. The Signalman's expression is dour as ever. They never paid attention to me when I was just a worker. He adjusts his blower and tugs his collar straight. But now, I am a consultant. And he heads off from the station, whistling tunelessly, because he doesn't know how to whistle properly. So I can pick him up, come back in 30 days to receive the fruits of the Signalman's labor. And I have on the 13th of April. Okay, sounds good to me. So perhaps not. That's that. Let's see what else. So I got the Signalman over there. Explore London a little bit more. I can let the princess set up a salon. Salon? Sure. She will be gone for a while. You will have to manage without her. You poor thing. The princess will leave your engine. You may pick her up, though, so it's fine. I wonder why it's only 3, because I saw the 1 below. But anyway, the princess sweeps away into the smog. For a moment, her tiara sparkles in a single beam of distant sunlight. She has left you an invitation. It is to the Red Salon. No further details are given. You'll have to find it, and the princess yourself. The salon will open soon. But why? You must wait for the princess to establish a salon. Okay. And then I'll have to... I wonder if I'm gonna gain terror if I fail that. Probably just have to pay something, or... It can't be just a normal check that you can do over and over again. Otherwise, there's no reason to have a check. And I can go to the navigator to... I go with the navigator to the ambassador's house. The navigator waits for you. I've been away some time. Your vouching for me would make a good impression. I want to make her proud. The ambassador. Sounds good. Okay, so what I want to see if I need you, though. But I don't know if this is their, like... I think this is their quest. Yeah, let's go with that. The house is small, but is in an inexpensive location. It is well kept. The windows are clean. The steps freshly swept. Asphodel is... I don't know what that is, but that is a thing. That is flourishing in an urn by the steps. I still feel like home. It still feels like home, they say. The navigator gazes at the floor. It feels strange to know I'm just visiting. Okay, let's ring the doorbell. The navigator stands beside you. He fidgets with a loose thread on his sleeve. The grieving matriarch herself opens the door. She sees the navigator and yelps. She laughs. It disintegrates into tears. The navigator enfolds the woman in a hug. The matriarch glares up at the navigator fondly. I've been so worried. The moment I knew you'd signed up, it's so dangerous out there. What if something had happened to you, too? She hustles the pair of you into the drawing room. My husband's at work. He'll be disappointed to have missed you. So we're just gonna stick around. The navigator has been welcomed home by his friend's mother. The grieving matriarch is determined you'll join her for tea. She even refuses to let the servants assist. She is rushing towards the kitchen when the navigator intervenes. We can't stay long. I mustn't impose on the captain. I promise I'll come back soon. He draws the matriarch close and lowers his voice. I came to ask, may I borrow the key? I haven't been able to pay my respects. The grieving matriarch looks mortified. We're gonna need to go back to the place of the dead. I'm gonna give them some privacy. It would be unkind to intrude their privacy at such a time. You could peruse the photos in the hallway. Yeah. Intrude their privacy some other way. Sort of. The walls are covered in family photos. Frames jostle for space. In the oldest pictures, the navigator appears as a young, freckled girl, skirted and scowling. In the later ones, he's a tall, short-haired youth, his arm casually flung around his friend's shoulders. The matriarch bustles apart. A couple of minutes later, she returns carrying a large book. This time, she attempts a smile. Finally, the navigator comes out into the hall. I have what I need. He has the book under one arm and is holding up a large iron key. What does it open? Asks the narrator. Do I? I think I asked that. The family tomb, he says. In Eagles Empyrean. We haven't been there, that's good. They took Alton back there. And I can't, a lot of experience though. I can't learn who Alton is. I would swear, I'm mistaken, but I would swear that when he was introduced, his pronoun was they, and then, but I might be mistaken. But anyway, apparently he's trans, or maybe not. I mean, just because it looks like a girl, he could be a boy. Anyway, so yeah, no, it's not that. Yeah, wait. What did I click? I thought liberated from a prison. Oh, right. It's back to this one, so I can say perhaps not. Yeah, it went back to the previous hub of things. I'm gonna wander the streets. How often does one find themselves with a spare moment in London? all of the pubs are shut. So too are the salons, parks, gambling dens, honey houses, gin palaces, chop shops, and backstreet bookshops. The ministry have wind of illegality. They are abroad today. Huh. So that's, oh right, that's this one. Because it doesn't, yeah, that's weird. Sometimes the game, when it brings you back to the hub, eliminates everything that came before, so you can't scroll up. As you can see right now, I can't scroll up. But that time it didn't. It's a little bit inconsistent in that. Sometimes I get lost. I'm gonna help the Amiable Vagabond plot an escape. The Vagabond has managed to procure blueprints to the jail where Ratbite is being held. And that's the other quest that we came here for sure. The Vagabond has managed to procure... Yeah, he's excitedly planning a pointlessly intricate scheme to get her out. It involves disguises, distractions, the extremely irresponsible misuse of hours, and 2 separate explosions. Well, I don't have any of those. Just use your connections to quash her trial. That sounds better. Yeah, that's much better. A few words in the right ear are much less risky than the Vagabond's ludicrous plan. Also, yes, it would be. Yes, it would be. I'm doing fine just now with my cryptic benefactor. When you reveal your plan, the Vagabond seems deflated. I suppose it makes sense, he says, glumly, scrunching up his heavily annotated blueprints. Ratbite's crimes are relatively minor. Defacement of property, impropriety, pickpocketing. It's relatively easy to ensure that the paperwork for her upcoming trial is conveniently misplaced. When you greet her outside the jail, she's half mad and half starved. You bring her aboard the engine and order for her to be given a full meal and a decent night's rest. When she's recovered... That's the that should be over there. Anyway, when she's recovered, you'll quiz her about her old partner in crime, Quivers. Can I do that? Or do I have a... She's not one over here, so yeah. Vagabond's obligation. Speak to the Vagabond. Together you will ask Ratbite about her old partner in crime, Quivers. So there it is. That's the best way of solving our problems. Just use the stats that we have. That is fantastic. I love it. Okay, so I am going to need... Because we're going to leave... No, not here. We're going to need to buy fuel. Fuel and that. Should I buy more? I should buy more. Yeah. I mean, it's not like... If they cost different things in different places, then I would have other issues. I would have to think a little bit better. So we can go and talk to the Amiable Vagabond. Oh no, I'm gonna need supplies. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need to... I'll buy more, I suppose. You fools having to eat. Don't eat. So, I am gonna talk to Ratbite over dinner. The jails in London have a cavalier approach to provisioning prisoners. Once she's eaten, she'll tell you what she knows about Quivers. You, Ratbite, and the Vagabond dine together. The Vagabond is laughing raucously, I think that's how it's pronounced, telling horrible jokes. Ratbite says little. She's gaunt, hollow-eyed, all sharp angles and scars. Quivers was obsessed with fairy tales, she tells you. He said there were some skylark signs scattered around the skies that no one knew the meaning of, not even the oldest skylarks. He believed they'd lead him right to this sugar spun garden if he could translate them. And she puts a small notebook from her pocket. She pulls a notebook. He left this with me. He'd collected all the undeciphered signs except one. Last I heard, he was headed to Achilles to find it. Oh. You have been given a book of translated Skylark code, and I've lost one supply, which is fine. So I need to talk to him again, I assume. No. Well, we need to go to Achilles. Sounds good to me. But what does sound good to me as well is finding these. So we have that, but we don't have this, which is a shame. Can't even buy tea in London? It's for shame. We need to go, let's see, Mausoleum lies to the northwest of London. Oh, because, no, wait. Is it the one that Mausoleum? Yeah, we've been there. Which is a good opportunity to explore the rest. Like, for example, over here. We haven't been through there. So, yeah, northeast. We're going up through there. Let's leave. Woohoo! Wait. That doesn't make chakink sounds. Was it normal? Didn't notice before. Oh, those are not. Those are not... Yeah, we're good. The Throne of Hours. Domed and vast. I don't know where it is, but it's in here. Maybe it's this thing? Actually, the map probably tells us. Nope, that's the Patient Princess. Interesting that we didn't really make an immediate alliance with anyone. I mean, we do have the new... Whatever. What are they called? The people that wanted my port reports. This is a dead end. Just look at it a little bit. Is it a dead end? Ooh. I don't think it is. Okay. Using my supplies, which is perfectly acceptable. Oh. Oh, that's not a passage. I got something. What's that? It's a platform. Really? Okay. Well, we know it is there. Unless it disappears when we dock anywhere. So I could probably send another bat. The sound of waves lapping at the shore. Yeah. Right now, yeah, let's do it. There's nothing around here in our map, so you can keep an eye out. Come on. There it is. We got something. Oh man, just everything is out of the way. I can buy more supplies. I'm not really sure how the... Oh, hi. Hello. That's bad. Why did I do that? Woohoo! I had trouble calculating that last one for some reason. Okay, what do we get? We can strip for repairs. Wow, we need mining now? Aw, 38? Well, I'll do it. Yeah, I'm gonna... Oh, these are... Yeah, we need mining because these are different. The Resurrectionist, the deceased, the Resurrectionists haunt Memoriam, plundering its graves for corpse goods and cadavers. They sell the valuables to pawn shops and the bodies to disgraced scholars, deranged artists, and grisly collectors. What have they stolen from the sleeping dead? Anything valuable will be carefully concealed. You'll need to think like a grave robber. And I'm gonna gain terror. Oh, absolutely I will. But I'll also gain things. Very little things. Your search turns up an array of valuables retrieved from the dead. Cufflinks and brooches, rings, wedding, engagement, signet and ear, tie pins and air pins, gold-rimmed spectacles and silver-plated belt buckles. You'll also find a cupboard full of skulls, memento mori for the death-haunted aristocracy of Albion. Indeed. Well, they have good reason to be death-haunted. And we have good reason to say goodbye for right now, because we are out of time for the day. So for right now, I am Colonel RPG. This is a place of sky tombs and stone angels where London lays her dead. And I really hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave a like and leave a comment. Bye-bye.